Welcome back everyone to another video log recap. I'll be going over the multitude of playseries I completed over 2014 and then look ahead to what the future will bring. Starting off, yes, I am playing Harvest Moon Animal Parade, one of the better Harvest Moon games in my opinion. It's fun and a great diversion, but probably not something I'll be doing a full Let's Play series of, so I thought I'd utilize it just as a nice backdrop for the video while I'm talking. Also, if you'll notice, the quality isn't as good as it should be, and that is unfortunate. It's a result of the hardware I'm using to record it off my Wii. I am planning in 2015 to upgrade to a better recording device, probably Elgato or some such capturing product. Once that is finished, I'll begin recording Wii and PlayStation games in earnest with higher 1080p quality. With that disclaimer out of the way, let's begin at the top of the year with the co-commentated minimalist run of Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. It was fun, and I enjoyed myself. Surprised at how easy it was, relatively speaking, to complete the challenge. I was a bit stumped on Ganon, and it wasn't until the assistance of others that I figured out I could have beaten him without the red sword. Ah, well, lessons learned. And then we dove right into another Mega Man game, but this time it was not fan-made for once. It was the original Mega Man, and I did pretty damn well up into Elecman stage and pretty much the Copy Robot and Final Wily stages. It basically kicked my butt. Then we relaxed into a rather fun, non-challenge play series of the original Myst game, which helped galvanize the PC gaming industry and remains a game dear to my heart. We move on into Prey, one of the better 3D Realm games created, in my opinion. I felt the limit of death was an adequate challenge for such an easy game, and I was right. It turned out that this is a laughable FPS, and doing that limited death challenge turned into a brutal gauntlet. I failed miserably here. I also decided to do the Riven game, the sequel to Myst, alongside Prey at this same time. Unfortunately, there was a huge gap due to moving and relocation, so halfway into my Prey series I had to stop uploading for a long while. Months, really. When the dust finally settled, I moved right into Dust and Elysian Tale for a low-health blind run challenge. It ended up being easier than I thought, due to my misunderstanding of how the leveling system worked. Regardless, I enjoyed myself and highly recommend the game to just about anyone. We then move into some old SNES classics in the form of Jerry Boy, a rather odd platformer centered around a blob which can hold balls to shoot at enemies. A no-hit run of that game actually turned out to be quite harder than I expected. The game is truly easier if you play it without bothering about the challenge and getting hit. My wife wasn't sure what to think about this one. We then of course had to run through a no-death run of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4 Turtles in Time. One of my favorite bash 'em ups from the 1990s. It was a revolutionary game for its time and stands the test of time to this day. Great fun. We then plow into another fan game with Hidden Duality made in Zelda Classic. It was a horrid slew of multi-tiered dungeons, a near impossible challenge. I got as far as I could, but even I had to see defeat at the raw power of its difficulty. Finally, we had a surprise Let's Play of Mega Man Revenge of the Fallen this year when it was released in November. I was asked by the creator to provide a 100% walkthrough, and that's exactly what I did. I probably won't be doing much requests like these often, but I felt this game needed it, and I simply love Mega Man way too much. Now, looking to the future in 2015, y'all may have noticed I'm in the middle of several Let's Plays at the moment with the co-commentated fun run, no real challenges attached, with Sakura Wars, So Long My Love. We've only uploaded the first chapter or so, but this one will run for quite a while into 2015 before we're fully finished with it. I am also revisiting a blast from my past with Duke Nukem 3D and doing a Quake 2 type realistic Arsenal challenge with it. It's actually not that challenging until episode 4, but I'll have you guys view it when I finally play through episodes 3 and 4 in 2015. Overall, it's a fun romp to revisit old Duke again. Finally, I will be uploading the last few videos on Myst Mondays of Myst 3 Exile, thus completing the original trilogy of games of the Myst series. Not sure if I'll be doing Revelations in 2015, but the likelihood is good that I will. Looking ahead into the unknown, immediate plans are to upload Season 1 of Minimalist Alchemy Run, which I co-commentate with my wife. That's right, you heard me. I am breaking up that massive game into 3 distinct seasons to help split up my play series on my channel. I'll also be doing the same thing with Final Fantasy VII, but that'll be 4 seasons instead of 3, and I have no idea when the first one will be uploaded next year. I'm currently working through Shadow Warrior, the 2013 reboot, and doing a sword-only run of that game where I am having great fun brutalizing demons and enemies. That game, oh my goodness, that game is just gratuitously satisfying. It really is. Beyond that, I haven't touched any other games or restarted recording any, but what I am planning is I'm trying to roll through Mega Man 2, finally, Secret of Mana, Nezumi Man, Super Metroid, Contra 3 The Alien Wars, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, The Hobbit, and a 2-player Let's Play of Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, and somewhere in there, my Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion play series. No idea when I'll get around to it. I eventually will someday. Now, I can't guarantee all or most of these games will make it into 2015, but that is the gameplay lineup that I have right now going forward. I believe I've covered everything I wanted to in recapping the past and looking to the future. I hope you enjoyed the trip down memory lane, and I'm going to add a new addition to the video logs that I think you'll enjoy, and I'll also be compensating for the previous year when I didn't include this section. So let's start off with 2013 so we can cover ground that I missed. Of the 2013 gameplay series I created, the most fun I had in playing and recording had to be Beyond Good and Evil. I still love that game to pieces, and it's glorious fun to play with or without a challenge. The least fun to play, though, had to be Descent 1. Although I love the game, recording it with the given challenge actually wasn't all that fun, and as a result, I'm really not looking forward to the sequel, which is even harder. The hardest game that I had to challenge in 2013 had to be Megaman Unlimited, beyond a doubt. That fan game kicked my butt, and I had to lose the challenge in the final level. Ugh, so frustrating. By comparison, though, the easiest was Beyond Good and Evil again. The only hard part was the final boss, but even that wasn't too bad. Moving on to 2014, and this year's crop of games. The most fun I had playing and recording was Dust, an Elysian Tale. It was such a welcome surprise that I loved every minute of it. The least fun was Hidden Duality. It was torturous and painful, and losing my save file and going through it again was not my idea of fun. Was it worth it? Sure. Would I do it again? No. The hardest game actually was not Hidden Duality, but Mega Man the original. I felt I was truly challenged by that game, and it rightfully gave me the trouncing I deserved. Finally, the easiest game for me was also Dust and Elysian Tale, but that might be due to my misunderstanding on the leveling system. With that, I look forward to another great year of games and challenges, and I hope you'll be right there with me. See y'all in the year 2015. Riding on cows! Woo!